What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. But before we start, can you kindly hit that subscribe button? Give this video a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I appreciate it. And also make sure you subscribe to Carlton's Travel. That's my guest on the show. And make sure you show him some love to subscribe to his channel. And I really appreciate him coming. He's going to share his experience in Medellin, Colombia. He lived there for years. And I know you guys heard there's been an increase of scopolamine in Medellin. And we're not here to make Medellin look bad, but just offer some safety tips and things that might help you. So we're going to bring on Carlton, and he's going to tell us about some things that can help us. So again, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button, likes, subscribe to this channel, and also subscribe to Carlton's Travel, because I really appreciate him for coming on to this channel and this live to give us some things that we need to know that can help us when we travel to Medellin. Okay. It gives me great pleasure. I have Mr. Carlton here from Carlton's Travel Adventure, and he's going to give us some safety tips about Medellin. I guess you guys been hearing about the increase of scopolamine in Medellin, so I had Carlton to come on, and maybe he can give us some insight on what's going on. So Carlton, tell us a little bit about you, sir.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you for coming on, man. I'm really nervous.
I love your background, man. Love your background.
Thank you, thank you, sir.
And you know, I mean, I've been in Medellin, well, in Colombia for about 5 years. Most of the time in Medellin.
Okay.
And I love it here, but I've been coming before I moved here. I've been coming in from another 5 years, or 4 years. So I've been here 8, 9 years. You know, back and forth. And back then it was not as bad. It wasn't that, we weren't hearing a bunch of death or robberies, and it's just as more people came here and more videos being done about it, more popular, this got worse and worse. You know, it got worse and worse. Everybody talking about it. There's enough videos about it. You know, I'm spending a bunch of time going to the background. There's enough video about it.
Okay.
People getting killed like crazy. The most recent, as you know, that young man from California, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sad, man. Is he a young dude, 20-something years old?
Yeah, 20-something years old. Yeah.
It's crazy, man. That young to die on vacation, man. That doesn't make any sense.
No, it does not. It does not make any sense. So this has been a problem because when I was back in Medellin in September, I heard another several cases of foreigners that was finding expired in Airbnbs and in hotels and things like this. It's like the situation is getting worse. So what's going on? What do you see was happening?
What's happening is getting more popular. There's more videos being done about Medellin. More people are coming. And I think the gangs probably hooking up with these ladies. Some ladies probably work on themselves, but I think sometime I heard it. I'm no expert in the origination of it. There's just this opportunity. They're crime for opportunity. You know, people coming here. We have money. You know, let's face it. The average American that comes here or foreigner that comes here has money compared to the people that are here. People are here. A lot of them poor. They make $300 a month. Work 50, 60 hour a week. So life is rough here. Life is rough. It's rough in a lot of places. And I don't really make a big deal out of it because look, there's crime everywhere.
Right.
Look at the US, right? People don't get how much. Look at the US. There's been how many mass murders over the last week? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Another one today. So people are dying everywhere. So I'll make that clear. Not like they're trying to put Medellin on a bad light that we're the worst in Medellin. US have probably more death than Medellin on an average week. You know what I'm saying? It does. And if you look at the statistics, I think Mexico, as far as foreign countries, Mexico has more death than Colombia. Mexico. You know, a lot more people from the US there too. A lot more crime in Mexico. So I want to make that perfectly clear so people don't think that, you know, we're talking bad about Medellin or Colombia in general. and the U.S. is better than them. You know, we got a bunch of problems in the U.S.
Right. Matter of fact, there was a mass shooting in Virginia this week. I think a week ago. Yeah.
And I read about one that something at Bloomingdale's happened today or something. I didn't get a chance to read the entire article, but something about Bloomingdale popped across my screen. Another murder. You know, so I think there were 2 mass murders this week. 2 of them. You know, that guy in the Walmart. You know, that shut up all his co-workers. 6 died.
These mass shootings really.
There are two of them. Yeah. So I mean, we got a bunch of crime in the U.S. Make that clear before I go into this. But you know, it's kind of tough to die. We kind of got used to it now, jaded in the U.S. Kind of that's one of the things to live with because we have all those guns. You know what I mean?
Right.
Get to the point another one pops on TV, goes, okay, another mass murder. Let's move on to the next day, you know?
Right.
Really.
Right.
But as far, let's get back to Medellin and Colombia in general. Well, first thing, since I moved to Cartagena, I could be totally wrong, but I've heard the same problem in Cartagena. Really, as far as the death, I haven't heard about it, you know? If it's happening, I'm not aware of it. I'm not saying it's not happening, but I have not been aware of a bunch of death happening in Cartagena like this happened in Medellin. Right. Which is good. And same thing with other cities, Pereira, Cali and so forth. The problem seems to be mostly in Medellin because all these tourists coming in, flashing up, and the guys flashing the bling, and so forth. And the girls, the guys going after these girls for quick sex things and on Tinder and poblado bars, picking the chicks up. So it's a crime opportunity. That being said, guys have to be smart. You know what's happening, and it sometimes really kind of pisses me off knowing that I have some subscribers that come in here, right? And they'll say, Carlton, tell me how to be safe, right? Okay. And I've spoken to more than one. I mean, literally about 5 different subscribers about what to do to be safe, right? Sitting down with them, free. I don't charge people to talk to me. Just, you buy me lunch or whatever. I sit down sometime an hour, 2 hours with people. Most YouTubers charge a bunch of money, $100 or whatever. I just sit and talk to people. And I've spoken to at least 5 of them I know over the last probably 2 years. Tell them what to do. And then 4 out of the 5 got scopolamine and got drugged. Wow. Even after talking to them. They didn't die, which is a good thing.
Yes. Wow.
They got scoped. I mean, they could have died. And after talking to them, And you say to yourself, why? They don't listen to, and I think maybe 3 of them were drunk, Okay. When you get inebriated, you go to poblado, you start drinking with your buddies, they scope you out, right? You see you're drunk, you're acting up, even if you're with friends. One guy told me exactly that what happened. He was with a bunch of friends. Even if you sat down with him and talked to him about what to do, right? Okay. A bunch of friends in poblado, drinking, getting drunk, met a couple of girls. They said, let's go by your apartment, by your place. Okay. And when you're drunk, you don't think about all this shit. You really don't. Everything I told him just went out the window when you're drunk and seeing a beautiful girl, right? Just sort of set him up. So he and his buddy, said, oh, sure, let's go back to my hotel room. Went back to the hotel room. Oh boy. Next thing is waking up, 12 hours later.
Oh my God.
Everything gone.
Oh my goodness.
Because he couldn't keep, his mind straight and on the stuff I told him to do. Right? Okay, right. So that happened to thing. A couple of guys got drunk, right? Okay. And a couple of guys that stayed a little longer time, they were pretty safe and followed what I told them for probably a good week, 2 weeks. Okay. Then they ran into this one girl that was so, kind and nice and so gentle. She could never be, dangerous. She's so nice. Quiet, nice, and just, oh man, she's no way she's gonna drug me. And they forget about this. She's just so sweet and nice. Okay. Next thing you know, they're getting scoped. I'm this sweet little nice girl. Okay. Right. So I've lived here in Colombia 5 years. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I can't get scoped at all, tomorrow. Okay. But I've done certain things that I think, it prevented me from being scoped and, just being careful, right? And to me, they're not really, you know, earth-shattering things. They're common sense things from living in a big city. I grew up in Kingston, Jamaica. I grew up in, you know, Houston, Texas, Miami, you know, New York. I spent a lot of time in the Bronx, Harlem. I'm from big city, and there's certain things that's common sense, all right? I tell them really. So I've been here 5 years, never get scoped. I've been out a lot of times. I've met girls on Tinder, met girls on, you know, Cupid and so forth. Why haven't I got scoped? You know, I've gotten close once, but I was on purpose. You know, I was going to ask you to explain. I was going to ask you to talk about that in a minute. But okay. that was basically on purpose, just to see. And it was kind of stupid, to tell the truth. You know, in hindsight, it was stupid, but I wanted to see what would happen. Now, what do? If I meet a girl, first you try to avoid the Tinder dates, bring her back to your apartment, right? Okay. But if you're gonna bring a girl to your apartment, first I try to stay in a building that has a guard. Okay. Yes. My building right now has a 24-hour guard. Right. So meet a girl, I tell her, want a copy of your ID, right? Some people say, well, the ID can be fake. That's okay. All right. There's other things you can do. They look for crime of opportunity. You know, if I'm doing a bunch of stuff that put roadblocks in their way, and you're not, who are you gonna go after first? You know, the easier guy, easiest target. Okay. Same thing with any crime. Easiest target. They go after that, right? So, ask for the ID. Then I tell them, look, you know, you need an ID for getting into my building. Okay. Right. So they enter the building, they need an ID. So I train the guards. I'll give them I always give the guards, you know, tips, you know, monthly or whatever, and Christmas and so forth. Look out for you. When the girls come in, bring them over, you know, get a copy of the ID. Also tell the girls, you know, by the way, you know, you can't leave the apartment and leave the building without me. Okay. You know that, okay? And I take it as a habit to whenever they're leaving, I go down with them every time. So they're trained that way, you know? Yes. And so if the guards see me leaving, they're leaving without me. So they're gonna call me, Carlton, you're right, for let them out. All right? So certain things you put block in a way, and sometimes girls are offended about that. They go, you tell me all this stuff for? I said, no, it's okay, just let me know. That's just the way I tell everybody, you know? No matter how innocent you look, no matter how old you are, I tell them all the same story. Okay. You can't leave the building without me. So just so you know that, right? Yes. And some of them, it said some might get a little offended. I don't give a damn if you're offended. I'm worried about my own life. I know a lot of guys, they'd be scared to tell the girls, you know. Yes, exactly. You know, because they feel that they may offend them or something like that. Exactly, that's the point. Yeah, exactly right. I don't care. You know, I don't care. You know, because I've had girls cancel on me when I put those roadblocks up. That's a good thing to me. Yes, yeah, it is. It's a sign that you're trying to do something. You're going to cancel if I tell you this stuff. You know, right. So I don't care if I offend you. Why should I care if I offend you? If you have nothing to worry about, why would it bother you? Okay. See? So when I go down, I take them down every time. And try to avoid drinking a bunch of alcohol with girls around, you know? I know I'm not a big drinker. You know, I have my little, you know, every now and then, and a beer, but I'm gonna go with a bunch of, you know, rum and all that stuff. And they can spike that. And when you start drinking, you don't think. You're drinking more and more alcohol. Yes. The girls will if the girls is trying to scope you, they'll try to get you to drink more, get you drunk. Okay. And you start forgetting what you're supposed to do, and you get too lax, they're getting drunk. If a girl start, now another clue I picked up on, you guys don't see if it happened to you, if the girl's trying to get you to do a threesome, okay? Okay. And for most guys, threesome, you know, threesome, come on over. Yes. No. Because, you know, you can't watch two girls at the same time. Right. Okay? Right. Whether it's scoped or being robbed, two things, that can avoid being robbed too, because when you're with one girl in your bedroom, the other one's coming out, oh, man, gotta go to the bathroom or something, and she's gone to search your place or doing something, spiking your drink or whatever. So I've had girls tell me that, and the girl try to scope me, same thing. Keep telling me, oh, let's have a threesome with my sister. Now, you know, getting to most guys' fantasies, right? Right. You know, a sister duo. That get most guys going like, oh yeah, man, threesome, sisters.
Okay.
Don't fall for that crap, man.
Right. Because you know what?
Every girl that tried that stuff is probably trying to do something to you.
When I was in El Poblado, when I was at the hotel, I was having a birthday party, and I told you about the girl that extorted money from me. Then I told you, I sent you that video.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it was before the extortion happened. It was her and another girl that came to the hotel. But one thing I do like about these, like the, it's called the NH Collection. It's in El Poblado by the Santa Fe Mall, that beautiful hotel.
Okay.
And they have rules, one guest. Because when I tried to bring two, they said no two,
Yeah.
just
Good.
one. You and Jessica. The other, no. You know what I'm saying? So they looking out for me because I think, like what you said, usually the two girls, one distracts, right?
Yep.
Then the other one puts the drug into your. So
Right.
So what you said.
Or I try to find stuff to steal while you're in there with her. She keeping you busy. She keeping you busy, all kind of stuff, and she's looking for something to steal, or drug you, but something to steal too. You know.
Okay.
You know. Yeah. So don't get all caught up in the sex fantasies. You know, you see on TV or whatever in the movie.
Yeah,
and you think, oh man, I'm gonna do that stuff too. You know, she's gonna do all that stuff to you. And the girl is so sexy. A lot of them are beautiful. They're sexy. They act sexy. Say all the things they're gonna do to you. You've probably seen it in X-rated movies, right? So guys get excited.
Okay.
They can't. These girls, they can't get them in the States looking like that. You know what I mean? So they
The girls
it's a fantasy come true.
Yeah.
Two beautiful paisa. You know.
Yes.
And I've never fallen for that. Keep your head on your shoulder, man. Don't think with your head now. This head right here. You know what I'm saying? Really, it might save your life. You know.
Right.
So guys come and they might not stay in a hotel that has, you know, a guard downstairs or a front desk. You know, so people love Airbnb. If you know my channel, I don't like Airbnb.
Me either.
That's one reason. I don't like Airbnb at all. Various reasons. I'll stay in a hotel anytime. My favorite hotel is Ibis Hotel Chain. You know, and I don't like Airbnb. I probably stayed in one when I was in Cuba, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know,
they're very unsafe.
I don't like them. You know, and in a hotel, some hotels will have front desk, right?
Yes.
And they'll have cameras at the front. You know, but try to stay in a hotel with a guard, if possible, or a front desk.
Right.
You know, when I used to stay in an Ibis hotel when I was back and forth, there's a guard in the hotel lobby, right? And then to bring a girl up to your room, you gotta go to the front desk.
Yes.
Register her.
Yeah.
Take the ID and all that stuff, right? You know.
Right.
So they can't come down, you know, without the ID and all that. So there's certain precaution you can take, right? Don't just find the cheapest Airbnb. You know, you come with the guys and you go out and party and everything else. You set yourself up. That's a setup.
Yeah.
Setup. Because they can scope you at the bar, you know, before there's certain drugs you can get, and you can still walk home with them and tell you what to do. Walk home all the way home. They don't have to scope you in the hotel. They can take you all the way home and then rob you. You know.
Wow. Can I ask you a question for the subscribers? Is those places like Club Gusto and all of them, are them like dangerous places? That's where things like that can happen to you at the bars?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely, man. Definitely. That's this place that's Target right there. and it's walking around, you know, up Poblado, you know, at nighttime with all the crowds out there. They can see those guys that are drinking and going crazy. You know, they're here having a party, they're drinking. So the girls come over, hey, buy me a drink. You know what I mean? Just party with me. You know. Okay,
and that's a red flag too, isn't it? Yeah, that's a red flag too when they ask you.
Yeah, party with me.
Right.
Some of them might just be, you know, prostitute that want to just to make some money, but you don't know, you know, for sure. So I just say you got to be careful. You got to follow all the rules, man. You know, and if let's say you love to drink, let's say you're with a bunch of guys and you love to drink.
Okay.
That's your problem. If you love to drink, fine. You're an adult. But have your boy, you know, with you that don't drink. If you're in a group of three or four guys, like a designated driver, one of you don't drink. You know, and take turns. So tonight, Friday night, I'm the person that's not going to drink, or only drink Coca-Cola or whatever.
Okay.
You know, and watch the group. right? The next day, maybe your turn, all right?
Okay.
You know, you do the watching, I'll drink, right? So okay, nobody wants to do that crap. Oh man, I'm here to party, Is it worth your life though, man?
Yeah.
Is it worth your life?
And you know what, Carlton? I think because I'm in the medical field too, and I know a lot about scopolamine as far as the chemical makeup of it, where it comes from, and everything. But I think I'm not for sure, but I think they might be mixing fentanyl with it.
Mix it with what?
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl. Oh,
Yeah,
really? Well, that can kill you, can it?
Yeah. Because, like I said, I used to hear about people getting scoped all the time, but I never heard this amount of fatalities that's associated with that. Because they was telling me in Medellin, I mean, just in 1 month, they said 25 foreigners was, deleted. I can't watch what I say.
Cold?
Yeah, it's bad. And it's getting worse. So so that's the reason why I'm doing this podcast or this interview with you, because I'm trying to put the awareness that this drug is extremely dangerous. Matter of fact, I'm hearing about the Medellin guru too, right? The guy that's been same thing.
Yeah. And the guy I knew, Nick, you ever heard about Nick, the tall dude, and he died about a month ago or so. And I knew Nick, I'm not, they found him in his hotel room, was dead for a week.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
I knew Nick, talked to him all the time, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty sad too. It was that old, 50-something, 58, that's young to me.
Right.
They never really tell you what the cause of death is. Anyway, it's always going to be natural causes. They don't want the bad publicity, which I get. I get. So it's always going to be natural causes when you're not sure what it is. But it's just being careful. I don't. I'm not saying that could never happen to me, right? And I'm not going to say that. But all I'm saying, I've been here 5 years, and it hasn't happened to me. I see all the signs for the girl. Like the girl, I did a video about the girl that tried to scope me, right?
Yeah, that's all.
Same thing was classic sign. Like she was so obvious, right? To me, she was obvious.
Okay.
I met her online. Then she keep wanting to come over with her sister.
Okay.
My sister, we got threesome rather. My sister and me, we're gonna have a good time, blah, blah, blah. When I heard that, it's like, bing, light went off on
me. Okay. First red flag.
Pushing the issue too much about threesome.
Okay.
I said, well, I can't watch two of you to say, I'm honest right now. I've heard a girl talk. Since I've been in, true story, since I've been in Cartagena, I've had 3 offers for threesomes.
Wow.
Okay. And every time I said no. What do you mean now? We're gonna have a great time. It's my friend, and she's really good. I said, I'm good. I said, I got 1 penis, and 2 of you. I'm good with 1.
Okay.
Right. If you wanna make your friend some money, have her come over the next time. Then I mean, you change up. But I'm going to have both of you at the same time. And I don't have that fantasy, I've done it before, with friends that I've known, and bring girls that I've known, and when he's in the room and whatever, watching or whatever, I've had it before in the DR.
Right.
But the DR never had a problem with the scopolamine. When I was doing it in DR, there was never that problem with scopolamine. I never heard about it in DR when I was there years ago.
Right.
It's mostly here. So now I'm careful of that. So anyway, she keep giving all the classic signs of a setup, right?
Okay.
On the phone and everything else. I said, you know what? Let me just check it out and see what you're gonna do. How's you gonna pull this off? Let me just try it and see, bring her over. And the first bad sign is when she showed up. Her picture was beautiful. Look like she's about 35.
Okay.
Really nice looking and everything else, right? She shows up. And she looks like she's about 55.
Oh, wow.
The first time my boy said, when that happens, she just kick him out the door. Don't let him in.
She must have showed you a younger picture of her or something.
Always 10 years younger.
Yeah.
And skinnier.
Okay.
Yeah, but the picture was like, she's beautiful. That's how I just wanted to see what she, see her. And like, open the door downstairs, like, it's the same person? What the,
Okay.
Right away, I got a buddy that says, when that happens to him, you tell him, here's taxi, go home.
Yep.
You false advertising me. Go home.
Yep. Send him back.
But I was so interested in see how she's gonna pull it off, right? So invite her up, and I'm watching for all the signs, right? You know, it wasn't a bad idea because she could have done something, you know, other than scope me. She could have knocked me out or whatever when she couldn't, she couldn't scope me, right?
Yeah.
But I'm playing along, right? I'm on alert. We're on a sofa, we're talking about stuff, all kind of stuff. We're touching a little bit. She keep offering me drink. This drink. I'm not a big drinker. You said, you know, Irish cream I'll drink, beer. I'm not. When it comes to the rum, I've had rum. I have absolute for guests, right?
Okay,
I'm not gonna sit down here and take shots of shit. It's not me. I get headaches and not me, right?
Okay.
But she wants to keep drinking. Let's drink. Why are you not drinking? I said I'm not a big drinker. You know, I might have a beer, and when I get the beer, I keep it in a bottle. I don't put it in a glass. Put it in a bottle, and I'm holding it next to me. If I get up to go to the bathroom, I bring the beer with me. You know what I mean? I go to the kitchen and bring the beer with me all the time. So I'm, you know, yeah. So she keep talking about, she's there for a little while now, just trying to get me to do stuff. Let's let me give you a massage. You know, I'm like,
oh boy, here we go.
Okay, here we go. We're going to the bedroom.
I know you was paranoid. I bet you was paranoid too, worried. I bet you was just like looking over your shoulder every second.
I was nervous. I'm telling you, I'm very nervous. I'm always on alert, like what's going to happen? What's going to happen?
Yeah.
Because I heard about the stuff where you can blow this up in your face. I don't really believe that too much. Because if it puts poison in your hand, blow it in my face, it could affect you too.
Right.
I don't really believe that part of it, you know.
Okay. And you never seen, as long as you've been in Medellin, you never really seen that before, haven't you? Since you've been
blowing your face? I've heard one person say that. That's but I never really confirmed it.
Okay.
I'm sure somebody's going to tell me, well, you can't be done, but you put it on your skin, you know, you blow in somebody's face, and the possibility you get some of it too.
Right.
That makes sense to me.
They're talking about they put it on their breast. They talk about one girl said they can put it up under their nose and tissue. I mean,
the one effect that's going to be on your skin is going to affect them too.
Right.
So I don't know enough about it. I'm not a doctor, but that's my logic about it. So anyway.
Okay.
So she wants to go do a massage. I said, okay, let me play along. But I'm, you know, when we get massage, at first I started on my front, laying my back, you know, starting my back, massaging my back.
Okay.
And you know, I finally poured a glass of rum, you know, just to play along. But I'm watching it, right? Okay. Now rum is clear. You know, I mean, when I mean clear, I mean it doesn't have like grains of sand or all that stuff. When I pour that rum out, it's clear. You know, it's not dirty or you know, a dirty glass with you grains and stuff in it. It's just clear. So I poured the drink, never drank it, took it back to me, held it for a long time, just looking at it. Okay. He asked me, "Are you going to drink?" I said, "I'm good. Maybe later." Okay, it's another red flag. Invited me to drink too much. I took the glass, put it on the table next to the bed. You know, I'm in my underwears, you know, give me a massage on my shoulder. And I'm just conscious of what's going to happen. The reason I said it was a bad idea, because she could have, you know, knocked me over the head with something. She had a pocketbook there. Could have taken something like, bam, over the head, you know? Knocked me out and took my stuff, you know? Most of them are trying to kill you. They're trying to knock you out to steal your stuff. That's the bottom line. But she keeps doing that stuff. I'm just... You know, the massage kept going on and on and on. It was like 45 minutes. It was a long time because she's trying to, you know, find a way to put this drug in me. So she left like twice. So let me a second, go in the bathroom kind of thing, right?
Yeah. They go to the bathroom too many times.
And I always, when you're laying on this, my head is like this sometimes. You should put my head around the other way to massage here. Every chance I do that, then I turn around, you know, I face her. Like this. You're trying to look. Yeah. Just turn my neck around sometimes. I turn back. After like 2 minutes or so, I turn back. I'm watching her. Right. So when she went to the bathroom and stuff like that, she came back. She had gotten some drugs in a little baggie. Right. I didn't know this at the time, obviously. Okay. So when my neck was turned this way one time, you know, she popped open the baggie, put it in the rum, right? The drug in the rum. And I must have turned around too soon before she got a chance to stir it up. Okay. Oh, wow. At the time, I didn't see that. I didn't see that at the time, you know. So, I turned around on my front, you know, for her to massage the front, you know, You know, I figure she'll, you know, get to more exciting things on the front.
Okay.
You know, if nothing happened, she was massaging. She was kind of stalling. Like, okay, wait a minute. After I said, you know what, this is not going great. I mean, I'm just you wasting my something's up. It's too long. Time to go, kind of thing. Right?
Yeah.
So I got up, picked up the rum, walking outside with it. I noticed the baggie on the floor, the little baggie with drugs on the floor. She popped it open and put it in the drink. Right? I didn't know. I said, I don't do drugs, right? And the girls around that brought themselves here, I know all week because I clean my place all the time. I noticed on the floor real quickly, and I walked their way in the kitchen anyway, right, with the thing, with the rum. And when I was walking toward the kitchen, she was in front of me. Looked down, I saw all this like grains of like sand, like the drugs in the drink, in the rum. I'm like, shit, she drugged the fucking rum. Sorry, my French. You know, I'm going, damn. Now I'm scared now. Still, you know, even though I find it kind of hit you like, damn, she drugged the rum.
And you just could have easily have taken a sip out of it. You know what I'm saying? That's all it takes. Just one sip.
I was on guard. You know, I was on guard. You know, and just like an experiment. You know, so I went out right in front of her face. I took the rum, put it in the sink. So she knew right away, you know, put it on. I'm not drinking it. I told you, look, you got to leave. You got to leave right now.
You got to go. Goodbye.
You've been here an hour, give me a massage, you know, on installing. I've got plenty of stuff. Here's taxi ride, you got to leave. Next day, I found out my cologne that was on my shelf is gone. I paid like
she took the cologne.
$55 for that in Panama airport. $55. You know it, and she took it, you know. Like, oh well, it could have been my life. It's no big deal, you know? $5, you know. I wasn't happy about it. I just had it for like 2 months going from Panama, but you know what it is. So when she left, I came back to her bedroom and kind of looked on the floor, and there it was. I picked it up like, damn, that's the drug baggie, right there, you know. And if I wasn't on guard, careful, always on my toes, she could have probably stirred it up.
Yeah.
Come outside. Most guys, and I'm not thinking about it. Oh, let's go, baby. She probably try to give you, you know, some kind of a sex, you know, whatever pleasure you need. Then you join it. Oh, drink, baby. Girls can convince you to do shit, man.
Yeah,
and most guys just do not think straight.
Right. Yeah.
Girls offer you, you know, a head job or something like that, and you don't think straight. You start drinking. You just gone into fantasy land.
Right, yeah. Because when the two girls was with me at the birthday party at the hotel, when we was at the swimming pool, they were just passing drinks around really, really fast. They said, drink, take a drink. I'd be like, no, thank you, no, thank you. They're drinking themselves. But it's so way how they're drinking themselves to try to convince you there's nothing in it. Then they pass it around, and then they put something in it quickly, then they give it back to you.
Exactly right, yeah. They want to drink, so convince you to drink with them.
Right.
Next thing you know, they on a slide and drug one of these things and give it to you to drink.
Yeah.
You out for hours, man.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So,
or days.
Or days. Well, for life, you could be dead. You know what I mean? You know. So I tell guys so many times, man, and it still got scope, man. And the one guy I knew came from New York and became friends and stuff. He was so careful. He was so nervous and so careful. You know, for probably a good couple of weeks. Well, you know, he was so careful. Then he met this one girl, you know, and he said, there's no way in the world she could be, you know, or something like that. She was so sweet.
Yeah.
Innocent.
Yeah.
Unlike the other girls. Not forceful. She was so kind, you know, everything else. And he just fell for her.
Right.
Fell for her. And said, it's thought no way in the world could she be like that.
Yeah.
And she got him.
Yeah. And some of these women are older that's doing this shit, man. This is not just young
women. The one I had was older.
I'm sorry about laughing at you, though.
So she was older, yeah. She was older.
Right.
You know? But see, once I do some of the things I told you about, like ask for the ID, stay in a place with a guard, tell them, you know, you can't leave the house without me, you know. Some of them just scared away.
Okay.
A little scared them away.
Right.
You know, why mess with me, a chance to get caught, if you are so careless and stupid.
Right.
Go for you.
Right.
You easier.
Yes. Right. See,
Make it harder.
Like the place that I stayed at, they looked after me. Because, as a matter of fact, the hotel I stayed in El Poblado, they actually had police inside the lobby, was walking around.
Oh, good.
And they had them in the cafeteria too, standing there.
Right.
And I was waving at them. They come by and say, "How you doing?" And then they would have a guy with a walkie-talkie, security guy, that would go up and down the floors, like checking on you, make sure you do, everything's okay. And one thing about them, they would tell you, like if you bring somebody, they'd be like, "It's not good. Send them back." I had that to happen too. It's like,
really?
Yeah. They said, "No, she's no good." Let her, So I had to call the Uber again to, like I said, well, I don't think this is gonna work out between us. I think you have to go.
Yeah.
So
I don't really stay in the tourist area. Like now, I'm not in a tourist area, and I'm not saying where I am, but I'm not in Boca Grande.
No.
I don't do that.
Okay.
In Medellin, I was never in Poblado area. I don't live around the area with a bunch of tourists. I try to live with the locals, right?
Yes.
Try to blend in.
Okay.
And knock wood, this is probably not real wood, but for a long time, I would travel around Medellin, Laureles, other areas. I go walking at night, walking in the dark, all kind of stuff.
Oh wow!
And never really got robbed, And I got confident about that, and I know other people were getting robbed. I never got robbed. Okay, and some part of it is the fact that I dress like a local, right?
Okay.
I don't try to wear stuff that make you stand out as a other.
Yeah.
I told guys when they come, I've had a couple stories about that. One guy, good friend actually in Florida, is coming here for the first time, maybe 2 years ago. And he said, "How do I dress?" I told him how to dress. I said, "Don't come with the flip-flops or your what do you call it? Socks with the they call it shoes. Open it.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Don't do that. That's an American thing. Okay. You're gonna find any Colombian wearing that. Socks with slippers. You're not gonna find a Colombian doing that.
No, you never. Yeah. They just wear like jeans and gym shoes, basically.
So I told him how to dress and all this stuff. He comes here, and we're going out for the first time. What does he wear? Shorts with the socks with the shoes. I told him not to do it. Okay. Did it anyway. Oh man, I feel comfortable this way. Mm-hmm. Why do you ask me for then?
Mm-hmm. Right, but you're gonna do it your way anyway.
Exactly right. Why'd you ask me?
Right.
And I gotta walk with you, and you stand as a tourist, a big tourist next to me, and that's not good either. If I'm walking at night, look at this tourist here. Obviously, just rob this dude right here next to me. Rob us both. We're both tourists. Big old sign, I'm a tourist.
Right. Because
shorts and flip flops with socks on.
Right. Because when I walk, I asked myself the question when I was going back and forth to the stores and things there. Because I did some walking too, sometimes at night, And I say, what do I have to make the guys on the motor consoles want to rob me? I mean, what do I have? Because I'm sure if they're going out to rob, they're looking at other people too. So what makes me stand out for them to want to stop and get something for me,
Yeah. Well, the fact is, Colombians do get robbed themselves. Colombians get robbed more than Americans, right?
Okay.
But I would say most times it's in the bad barrios. You know what I mean? The strata 3, the 2s. So more crime on each other in those bad neighborhoods, like any big city. You know what I mean? Right. You go into a certain part of the Bronx or Harlem that's really bad. You're gonna be crime against the same people that are there. But that's an opportunity crime,
Okay.
But if you live in a nicer area, I think the odds go down a little bit, And like I said, I try to blend in. I look at how the people in that area are dressing. If they wear a lot of jeans, I wear a jean.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Right.
And t-shirt, whatever, or shirt. I look at what they wear. And I try to dress just like them. Right. So if I'm walking around, at night or after dark, look at me, they probably think, oh, just another Colombian, black Colombian.
Okay.
I do everything possible to not stand out. I have no jewelry, 0 jewelry on me. right?
Okay, right.
Do I miss it? No. When I
Right.
came here, I took all my jewelry, rings, college rings, rings my parents gave me when I was 17 years old, all this stuff, chains,
Yeah, yeah.
put it all away. I don't want any
Yes.
stuff. I don't want any reason to stop me. If I'm wearing one ring, a marriage ring, give me a reason to stop me for one ring. Okay,
Right.
one chain, no. Another young cat, was coming here about 2 years ago, and a friend of mine hooked me up with him. Said, "Look, this dude's coming here. You want to ask him some questions, right?" So I asked him a question. When I was talking to him, the video chat, I noticed he had like 3 or 4 chains on. Young brother from Atlanta, bunch of chains on. He had rings on. I showed their bling. So I said, "Brother, man, if I give you advice, about what you should wear and all that stuff," I said, "Also, man, I think you should take all this. Don't bring all the jewelry, man. Just standing out too much, Okay, cool. Now he came here, and I noticed when he dropped some videos or something, maybe on Instagram or whatever. When he came back, he walking around in Medellin. You know what he had on?
The gold.
All the gold.
Oh my God.
Couldn't leave it home. Couldn't leave it home. No, you're lucky you won't get killed for it. You walk around with $5,000 worth of gold on you.
They're gonna get you eventually.
And
It's all a matter of
talk
time.
about people that are poorer.
Yeah.
If I grew up poor in Jamaica and you come my neighborhood 5,000 to go, I'll rob your ass myself.
Yeah.
It's common sense. I will rob your ass for that moment. Sure.
Right.
Of course.
Yeah.
You can walk around walking on that gold and people are poor, make $300 a month and you can walk 5,000 worth of gold on you.
You'd be surprised how many gringos in Medellin, when I was there, I told them, I said, "Man, you need to take that jewelry off." I've said it like half a dozen times. I see people at the restaurants. I see people at the hotel, these gringos, Americans,
Yeah.
with a thick rope around his neck.
Yep.
And then he had his girlfriend with him that had a 14 karat gold diamond ring on.
Yeah.
And I don't even know these people, so I just casually go over and say, "Hey guy, how you doing, man? I'm from the States. Man, if I were you, I would take that jewelry off,
You told him that?
Yeah, I told them, yeah. They said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "There's a 100% probability that you will get robbed, with that jewelry on."
And why don't they know this stuff? I don't get it.
I don't get it.
They don't think?
They
They just
don't
don't
think.
think?
They don't think. I mean, he had a thick rope around his neck, and
I've seen him.
had on gold watches, and his girl and his Matrix fiance had on 2 gold chain bracelets and a 14. I mean, a big diamond. I said,
It doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it don't. Yeah.
When do people get robbed? Sorry, when they get robbed, I can't feel sorry for them. Sorry.
Yeah.
You don't think to leave that shit at home? It doesn't make any sense to me. A guy had maybe a couple years ago, it was in the paper where a guy had a Rolex on, right? Went in a restaurant
I heard
in
about
Poblado
that.
somewhere.
Yes.
They came in with a gun and got it from in broad daylight.
Yes, they
Okay.
yeah. If they want it, they come in the restaurant and get it. Yeah.
Yeah, who's gonna stop? We got a gun. Who's gonna stop him?
Yeah.
With a gun.
Yeah.
Probably could be a $10,000 Rolex. So now, either somebody from the hotel, somebody from the restaurant, somebody saw that stuff and just text your buddy.
Yeah.
Here,
Oh, yeah.
he's in a white shirt, a blue pants.
Uh-huh.
He has a $20,000 Rolex, whatever. Come get that damn thing. They just walk up, come in, broad daylight, put a gun out, give me that Rolex and walk out. That doesn't make any sense to me to bring a Rolex here.
I don't tempt. When I go to Colombia, I don't tempt nobody. Even the best that I know, I still don't tempt them. Like me and the girl used to come up there and see me and Susie. I've been knowing her for 4 years, but I still don't 100% trust her.
I don't.
You know
I
what I'm
don't.
saying?
I don't. I know a friend who he has been in Medellin longer than me, and he had this one girl. He told me that he trusts her. She stayed in his apartment, kind of his girlfriend, more than once, and overnight and put stuff out. Never robbed from him. And she was leaving the city, I guess, and she drugged him and took all his stuff.
Yeah.
After knowing him for 2 years.
2 years. Yeah.
And she drugged him, took all his stuff, and when she was leaving.
Yeah.
Left town with his stuff and took all his stuff. It happened to me. I had a girl that I knew in Medellin. This was 2 months ago when since I've been here.
2 years. Wow.
I know this girl for a couple of years, a young girl, and she's in my apartment in Loretta's more than once. I left shit out to try to test them, you know. Sometimes I got cameras sometimes. I don't tip you all the time. I got cameras
Right.
in my apartment sometimes. You can buy these cameras that are, what do you call it? Sensors, whatever, for the, what do you call it? Fire hydrant sensors, whatever it is, for the ceiling. You can buy cameras online that are watches, clocks, all kind of things that are plugs for the wall. You can buy cameras, all that stuff online, easy enough, you know.
Right.
But anyway, you know, I've watched her put money out, test her and stuff. I tried to treat girls ask come over all the time.
Right.
She was cool. I trusted her.
Uh-huh.
You know, so I'm here, moved here. She keeps telling me I want to come over, you know, visit you. You know, person I've known for a couple of years, right? I want to visit you. You know, I want to get more tan like you, and especially my back and my butt, and just all that stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Seemed innocent to me, and not like it's a perfect stranger or something. Got a girl I know for 2 years.
Right.
So I see her maybe it comes up twice a week, a month sometimes. So, you know, she wanted me to, obviously I pay for the fare.
Right.
And my buddy says, don't never send the fare to him. You know, just go buy them yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I knew it, but it was only $80, 340,000 pesos. That's it.
Uh-huh.
You know, and it wasn't that much, you know. And sometimes when you try to put all the information online, happened to me once, you put it, because most of them have 4 names, you put the wrong name in the wrong spot and it creates a problem. It did to me once, you know, where I bought a ticket for somebody, you know, he was with me. And then when it went to the counter or something like that, I think it was on the way home from a trip, they stopped us and said, well, you can't board the plane because your ID didn't match the ticket.
Okay.
But it was kind of strange because went to the place, right? Mm-hmm. On a trip with the same ticket. On the way back, they stopped us, like in Bogota or somewhere. Like, you can't board the plane. I mean, what do you mean? They said, no, your name is wrong on the ticket. Okay. You know, I'm like, that's always in my mind because it happened to me, right?
Right.
Now it took us like hour and a half or something like that to get the result. This caused maybe I used the wrong last name. They have like 2 last names. Used the wrong last name in the wrong spot, didn't match up. But we used it to get on the plane the first time. For some reason, it didn't match up. So I said, okay, you know what? To avoid all this problem, she said, I got a friend who worked at a travel agency. Send me the money. You know, I'll buy the ticket. I looked for the cheapest ticket online, whatever. You send it to me. So this is the tickets I can find, $340. I go, $80. What the hell? You know. Mm-hmm. My buddy said, don't send it to her. I said, not like it's $1,000. You know, it's like $1,000. It's $80. Mm-hmm. I sent the money to her.
Oh boy.
She took it. Two years I knew her. She took the money.
Yeah.
Try to call her back. Took the money. Bang. $340,000. Mm-hmm. That's, you know, that to me, that's also stupid. You got somebody you know for years, can keep helping you out, Right. Well, look what happened to me. Look what happened to me with the extortion, because I know the girl, I know her for a year. We planned this for a year. We talked to each other every single day. Well, you never met her though. You're just on the phone. You didn't met her. On the phone. Yeah. But you met this one though. Okay. That's different. Okay. Now this is going to come over my apartment. Right. I know. You know, we're intimate. I mean, for a long time. Yeah. And she's in walking around the apartment naked. She's walking around to get stuff. I leave stuff out, see if she'll take it. Never did. Right. So the trust factor there after that. You know, I've known her for 2 years. And then she got the money, and I guess she couldn't realize that's a lot of money for me to let go. So I'm keeping it. It's not that much money though. $80. That's like almost like $81. 240,000 pesos. 340,000. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Right. It's like $81. You know, I'm saying to myself, it's possible she took the money and came anyway without seeing me. It's possible, and go, you know, try to work or something. But she was a pretty good girl. I mean, she's from a good family. Real good family, which is, you know, but she did smoke a lot of pot, but she's from a good family, nice girl, kind of quiet. She like her 420. She loves marijuana. Okay. That could be a problem too. Never really bothered me, but she never smoked at house. She told me she smoked a lot at night. You know, she actually smoked. I don't smoke. I don't smoke with you. I'm not smoking with you. Want to smoke? Go on the balcony, fine, but I don't smoke. you know.
Okay.
So he's probably bought a bunch of marijuana. Who knows, you know?
Right.
But
right.
the thing about it is, it's so stupid also, because I'm thinking to myself, you could make, I know you for 2 years. I've helped you out. You come by. Why don't you keep that going? You know,
Yeah.
I'll help you out more. You come over here, you come to dinner, I can help you out. You go back home with some money. You come again the next month or 2 months later. I go back to Medellin, I see you. You keep that money coming, That's smarter.
Right.
You would think.
Yeah, really.
They think for this for 1 second, that's it. Immediate gratification, that's it. They're not very smart. Not very smart. Not very smart.
They don't think about tomorrow. But I'm not gonna hold you.
So now I know I'll never do this again.
Yes.
No matter how great the girl is. I had a girl from Santa Marta, black girl, beautiful black girl, wants to visit me.
Okay.
I had to send the fare for her to come, even on a bus. I said, when you get here, I'll give you the money. What do you mean? I can't afford the bus fare. I said, ain't that much. Excuse me. I said, ain't that much. When you get here, I'm just being cold now.
Right.
You know, well, if you don't pay me to come, I can't come because I can't afford it. You can't afford a bus ticket to come here? There's a problem. Well, don't come. So, you know, she never came. I said, I'm fine with it. Never again. Trust anybody.
Yes. So the last question, I appreciate you for taking your time. Would you tell my subscribers, and maybe others that's watching this, is it really worth coming down to Medellin after all this is going on with this increase of deaths?
To me, it is. I like it.
Okay.
I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here still.
Okay.
You know, I do feel, I talked to a buddy. I did a video today. I just dropped it about an hour ago.
Okay.
Interviewed a ex NBA player, a friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
You know, I interviewed him, and we talked about it too. I said, with all the problems going on, I feel safe here, because people in the States go, man, there's so much problem in Medellin. I go, man, there's so much problem in the U.S.
Yes.
When I look around and hear all these murders happening, I'm going,
yeah.
We're just safer.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
Actually, got a lot of problems.
Yeah. Actually, when I was in Medellin, I heard more crime going on in the States.
Exactly.
I said, oh my God, I want to stay here. I want to go back to the States.
Yeah. I see people get killed by cops all the time.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And I told people one time, I lived in pretty good neighborhoods because I was doing pretty well. And but psychologically, worked on me sometimes where I'm walking down the street or whatever, and a white lady comes by and she got a pocketbook and she grabs it when she passes me, like, I'm gonna grab a pocketbook. Like, I want a pocketbook. All the little things that bother me. Some people say, don't let it bother you, but why do I gotta deal with that shit? I don't have to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it.
Right. I
don't want to deal with this shit.
Right.
I don't want to deal with cops. You know, and possibly shooting me because I made a mistake and went to my whatever. You wanted my driver's license, I went to go for it and I get shot. I mean, I don't want to deal with that stuff.
Right.
You know, I feel relaxed here. I can die anywhere. Somebody say, okay, get hit by a car tomorrow, get shot by somebody, robbed tonight. I might go to, I haven't made dinner yet, so I might walk in the dark and go downtown to dinner. It can happen anywhere.
It can happen anywhere. Yep.
It can happen in Miami. It can happen in New York City. People getting pushed on the subway train. People getting robbed in daylight in the trains. When it's your turn, it's your turn.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
You go to Walmart tomorrow, and after Thanksgiving sale, and somebody comes in Walmart and shoot the place up and kill 20 people.
Yeah.
How are you going against that?
Well, it's your time to go. You're going, no matter what.
You have to go. All right. So I like it. Just be careful. Just be smart. Be careful. And I feel so bad for that kid, man, because he's so young.
Oh man. Yeah,
it bothers me because it's so young. I'm not saying if you're older it's better, but I'm saying when you're in this prime of your life, you finish college. I remember that was time of my life was the best time of my life in the 20s.
Yes.
I had a great time.
Right.
As I got older, it got more stressful because of work and everything else. But man, when I was in my 20s, I had the best time of my life.
Yes.
Living in New York City, and I feel for the family.
Yeah, that was
vacation, and you're 20-something years old and you die.
Over a day, that's what I'm saying. He wasn't doing nothing illegal.
No, it doesn't make any sense, man.
Yeah, he just met a girl on Tinder that we're supposed to meet. I think they were supposed to meet at a restaurant or something.
Yeah, so if you come, be careful.
Right.
Follow what I tell you is to follow it. Follow the rules. Be careful. Be careful. Follow the rules. Be on alert.
Okay.
Don't think that, oh man, I'm a big traveler. I've been all over the world. Nothing's gonna happen to me. I know what I'm doing. I gotta listen to you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna make
follow
sure.
the rules, man. You'll be all right.
I'm gonna make sure my subscribers make sure you hit that subscribe for Carlton's Travel Adventure. He gives a lot of good information, and he does consultations too. So you listen to this guy, and make sure you like my channel. Make sure you hit that like button, and subscribe. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, help his channels grow, man. Help his channel grow. I'm trying to get there.
Trying to get to that 1,000.
Subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. All right.
Thank you, Carlton.
All right,
Thank
man.
you so
Nice
much for
meeting
your
you.
time.
Let's get something to eat right now. All right. Nice being in the channel, man. Good
Okay.
luck.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for everything. Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.